Hello everyone, so today this is a video to answer people that keep asking me how to make coffee when you are a professional hacker. So instead of showing you my script, I'm gonna write it in front of you so you understand all the mechanisms of my coffee machine. So let's create a script called coffee machine and use the most adapted to coffee making language, which is Perl. Let's go. So I'm gonna use strict and warnings, which are modules that can alert me if I do something wrong, which is not improbable as I have not had my coffee yet. So let's create a function, make coffee, that we are going to call immediately at the end of the script to eat coffee. And for the moment it only contains a string telling us coffee isn't ready yet, let's say. Sorry. And let's finish it with a new line. So what do you need when you want to make coffee? You obviously need coffee, so I'm going to declare a global variable called coffee containing a single value, the quantity of coffee I have. So it's going to be, let's say I have 1 kilogram of coffee, so this is in grams. And as it is a global variable, I want it to be a global variable. I need to precise the hour keyword. So this variable is going to be able to be read from any function of the script. It's going to be accessible from any function of the script. And to make coffee, you obviously also need water. So let's say I have a bottle of water, 1 liter. So this is in milliliters of water. And you can see I don't use the imperial system because hackers are not retarded. Okay, so now I want to boil water, so let's create a function. So we're going to call the function boil water. But what's the quantity of water I want to boil? Well, that depends on the quantity of coffee I want to drink, and it also depends on the quantity your cup is able to receive. So I've seen people drink the coffee inside their bare hands, but they burn themselves. So to be careful, I have bought a cup of coffee. To be really honest, I have a script that describes my cup of coffee. I don't have a real cup of coffee. I drink it from inside the computer, but I think it is advanced hacking and you won't be able to understand. So let's say I have a real cup of coffee. I'm going to declare here. So my cup, it's going to be defined with 2 values. So as it is going to have 2 values, it's not going to be a scalar variable like those ones, which contain only 1 value. It is going to be a pluridimensional variable declared this way with an @ sign. So arrays and lists are declared that way in Perl. And it's going to contain the capacity, the maximum capacity of my cup and the quantity of liquid it already has. So let's say it has a capacity of 250 milliliters, and for the moment it has 10 milliliters of liquid. I haven't finished my cup yet, let's say. And we want to boil maybe the difference between the capacity of my cup and the quantity it already has, so it's going to be a perfect fill of my cup. So I'm going to declare another variable, my needs. My needs are going to be the first value of my cup minus the second value of my cup. So to access the first value of my cup, we do it like this, a $sign, cup, and the index of the value we want starting at 0. So I want 250 index 0 of my cup, minus my cup at index 1. And here, those going to be my needs, supposedly 240 milliliters. So I'm going to boil that quantity, and we are going to write that function boil water. So let's make it this way, boil water. And in Perl, function receives their arguments in form of a list represented by these 2 symbols. So this is a list received by the function, and we want to destructurize it so we can extract from this list every argument. So it only has 1 argument inside of it. It's the needs, so my needs. And this is the way you destructurize it. So if it contains, let's say, 2 arguments, I could write this destructurization this way. So this would be my argument 2, etc. We can also do it this way. This is really perfect when you want to apply the same technique to every argument inside of the list, but whatever. And okay, so as we only have one argument, we destructorize this way. So the boiling water function is going to alert us with the information. So boiling needs, this is string interpolation, milliliters of water. And let's wait, let's say 4 seconds, and after we alert the user that water is ready but hot, like you know who, but it's maybe too harsh for your mom, so okay, let's put it this way, and our water is ready. So after boiling water, we want to percolate some coffee. Oh, something I forgot. So here we use water. So we need to subtract from our initial water value the quantity we are boiling. So here we are going to say water. So as you can see, I can access water from inside the function, even if it wasn't declared inside of it, because water is a global variable. And water is not equal to itself minus the needs. And to be even more concise, we can write this way, minus equal needs. We can even be more secure and say if my needs are greater than the water, the quantity of water we have, then we die with this error message. So error, you don't have enough water. And maybe we can put some explanation, so the reason why, okay. And now, after boiling water, we want to percolate the coffee, so let's create a function percolate. But what's the quantity of coffee we are going to need? We don't even know. Do you need 10 milligrams, 100 milligrams? Well, it depends on the intensity of the coffee you want, so maybe I want to ask this function to understand that today I want strong coffee. So that could be a good solution. Let's try this function. Percolate, so it receives a single argument, the intensity, but in string, this is string intensity. And to convert that string into grams of coffee, we might want to have a conversion table, which is going to be a hash table, a hash map. So in Perl, conversion table hash maps are declared with the person sign, and they are going to contain some key values pairs. So the key is going to be the string. So let's say we can have light coffee, and it's associated with a value, let's say for example 5 grams of coffee. Medium coffee associated with 10 grams of coffee, and strong coffee associated with let's say 500 grams of coffee. Seems reasonable. And maybe I want the conversion table to be global itself, and so it is accessible to any new function we might want to write in the future. Okay, so now I want my grams intensity. So we need to access the conversion table this way, conversion table, to the key we received inside the function. So I could access, for example, strong this way, and I would receive 500, but here I can replace strong by the string intensity we passed to the function. Okay. And we are going to inform the user that we are percolating grams intensity, grams of coffee for a string intensity 1. Okay, we're going to wait, let's say 5 seconds, and alert that coffee percolation is off. And I forgot the new line here. Okay, we have percolated our coffee. Now, what do we want to do? Well, the last thing we need to do is to fill our cup up. So let's create a function, fill my cup. which is going to have, I guess, two arguments. First, the cup, but not really the cup, a reference to the cup. A reference is written this way. So a reference is practiced because how to say that? Is a good way of doing things, because inside the function fill my cup you're going to be able to modify the array cup here. If I passed the cup itself, I couldn't modify this object. It will modify it inside the function but not outside the function. So a reference is useful, that's the word I wanted to find, is useful when you want to modify a variable external to the function. And I'm going to pass the needs. So the quantity of water, I'm going to pour the quantity of liquid of coffee, I'm going to pour inside the cup. Okay, so let's go. Create fill my cup. It received this time two arguments, so my cup reference, and as it is a reference, we declare it with the $, and my needs, receive my needs from the list of arguments to the function. So what do? First, we say that we are info pouring needs milliliter of coffee inside the cup, new line. Then to the cup, we add in the quantity of water we are pouring. So let's say now the cup at index 1, and when you access a reference to an object, you access the index with the arrow. We say it is now equals to itself, so the 10 milliliters we had earlier plus the needs we are pouring inside of it. And as earlier, we can be shorter, more concise this way. Okay, and now we say it now contains the cup, what it has here, milliliters of liquid. I don't know if it was coffee before, maybe I've mixed up tea and coffee, maybe whiskey and coffee. Both are fine from my point of view. Okay, and well, I think it's it. I've forgotten something in the percolation process. We need to subtract from the coffee we have the quantity of coffee we need for our type of coffee. So here I'm gonna say if grams intensity is superior to the quantity of coffee we have, then again we die with the error. So you don't have enough coffee with the reason here before dying. Okay, and I think everything's fine. I just need to alert at the end of the script the first function that info coffee is ready to be drunk, and new line. I guess this is it. So let's close, save and close, and try to run the script. So okay, I have an error, line 38, 39. Let's verify this. 38. So what have I done wrong? Oh yeah, I say cup here, but this is cup ref, and this is also cup ref here. Let's rerun this entire thing, and I think it's okay. So boiling to 140 milliliters of water. Water is ready but hot, percolating 500 grams of coffee for strong run. And now the cup contains 250 milliliters of liquid, and the coffee is ready to be drunk, just like I am. So hope this video is pretty clear, and that now you know how to make coffee like a real hacker. Thanks for watching this video.